Hey guys. Ooh, I'm sorry. I was just eating I was eating a snack before I hopped on here. Hello guys. How's everyone doing today? Listen. I've been trying literally for the past, and I do emphasize trying. I've been trying for the past 2 days to go live. And I think I went live yesterday. I'm not sure, but anyway, I know your eyes have been glued to the television. Mine have. It was actually I almost didn't go live just now because I almost got trapped up in that black hole of television. But I'm so excited to be on with you guys. Y'all guys know I love hanging out with y'all. I love spending time with y'all. Um, so I want to just come on here and have this quick conversation, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get fired up. I'm not this. I know y'all see the topic. I said, whose side are you on? This is not a political um, conversation. I'm not talking about that. This is all business. So Trent Tone on Periscope. Maybe you should have sat down for a couple of minutes before you made that comment and hear what commentary I'm about to talk about before you jumped in and assumed that I was going to be discussing politics, boo boo. People got other things to think about too. And let me tell you something about this whole political thing real quick, because it's not going to be my topic, but I want to sort of roast somebody real quick. Hey, Tawanta, how you doing, girl? One of the things we got to understand that no matter who wins, we have to be in control of our lives. We got to be in control of our destination and all the above. Obviously, one side will be preferred better than the other for, it depends on, where you go, but it is what it is. You got to be in control of your life. Woo. So this topic today, what we're talking about is really about clarity, y'all. I discovered that a couple of months ago, not even a couple of months ago, I would say probably like 6, 7 months ago, I had to sit down and ask myself, who am I focusing on? Who do I want to help? Who do I really want to help? Who do I really want to provide a solution for? What brought me joy in my business the most? I think I started to really think about this. I think I started to think about this even more last year, October of 2019, when I separated my brand from another brand. I was dealing with the whole partnership thing and things like that. Um, and I went live and I talked about that experience, about partnerships and all those things. I talked about that last week. So if y'all want to go ahead and check that out, go right ahead. But during that month, last year, October 2019, I had to get clear on what direction I wanted my business to go in. What brought me the most joy about my business. I really started to really fall back in love with my business. And I feel like if you're not in love with your business, if you're not in love, you may not like it every day, right? But if you're not in love with it, like if it doesn't bring you joy, or even when you're talking about it, like if anybody has ever came in my life and they was like, oh girl, what you do? I get so excited to talk about and talk about what I do. I get so excited to talk about the women that I've helped, the clients that I have, everything. And so that's the big thing. So like I said, last year I had to really figure out what direction I wanted to go in. And then sort of this year I started to really narrow down who I wanted to work with and why. And I really feel that a lot of, entrepreneurs, they don't know who they really want to work with. They don't know why. That's why the feeling of being all over the place, like people being scattered and all over the place in their businesses, if they really sat down for a moment and focused on who they want to work with and why, they're going to see some major results in their business. So listen, everyone, if you haven't shared this out, please make sure that you share this out. My name is Leticia Campbell, and I am your number one sales and remote business strategist. Smart entrepreneurs hire me to show them how to dominate their sales online and help them to create and maintain a remote based business. So just need to write something down. You guys know when you ever have a thought in your head, and if you don't write it down, you're going to lose that thought. All right. So thank you everybody for coming on. So I want to break this down. So like I said, I had to sit down and think about who I want to work with and why. What I really discovered is I love to work with women who already know what type of business they want to create, right? Whether they're a course creator, a service provider, or a network marketer, they're clear on what is it they want to do, and they're clear on what problems that they want to solve. Because the thing is, I'm not a startup coach. I'm not. There's two things I'm not. There's two things I've discovered in the past couple of years that I'm absolutely, positively not. Okay. And if you are that type of person, then we can't work together. No offense on that. I'm not trying to throw any bricks towards anyone, but I have to work in the level of my zone of genius. Somebody type in zone of genius in the chat. I have to work at the level of my zone of genius, my calling, my purpose, my passion, my everything. And 9 times out of 10, most of us are not working in our zone of genius because we want to help everybody. If that's you, type in me in the chat. You want to help everybody. You want to help everyone. You feel remorse in your heart for everyone. You feel that, what you do can change, everyone's lives. And it probably can. I'm not saying it won't. It probably can, right? But at the end of the day, you got to work in your level of zone of genius. So I had one amazing conversation with one of my clients, Dr. Carlene. I work with a few doctors. That's interesting. But yeah, so she's an amazing individual. She has an amazing Facebook group here on Facebook called When Black Women Heal. She is phenomenal, right? And one of the things we're mentioning was because we're, this new project that she's about to start and she wants me to be a part of it. She was talking about that, how a lot of times when we as women would collaborate, the reason why it fails is because sometimes you have one individual that tries to tap into another individual's lane. And I was telling her the reason why people do that is because they're not confident in their level of genius, right? Where they're not confident in their level of genius. And when you become confident in your level of genius, you won't have to step, trip, hopple over, slide on over to somebody's lane, right? So going back to what I was saying about knowing your zone of genius, right? And just being confident in it, right? That's something that you just have to do. You got to be confident in your level of genius. You got to know what you know, right? So the biggest thing when it comes for me, when it's all about knowing who you want to help and how you want to help them. And if you assume and think that you can help everybody, you're going to water down what you're doing. So when someone asks you who you're helping with, who you want to help, and why you want to help them. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Therese. Hey, Crystal, Therese. How are you? I always tell my clients to reverse engineer that. So before you discover the who, you first have to know the why. Somebody please type in hashtag why in the comments. You have to first know the why. I know people don't ever teach you this, right? But type in hashtag why. So as I was saying, I had to sit down and I had to figure out why I'm doing all that I'm doing, right? And my why was all about, I want to help women take what they're doing now and dominate it. You guys know I've been using that word domination and the word success for over 10 years online, right? Those are my power words. Whenever I have an event, I always say, let's dominate. Y'all know I always put hashtag let's dominate. That's a really big word for me because there's moments in our lives as women where we feel dormant, right? Where we're being pulled in different directions, or we feel like we can't do it all. And if we work at our level of productivity, of our level of success, you are in fact dominating. So that was my why. That's really what made me super excited, is when I was sitting in class with a client and they have their aha moment, or the client sees their logo for the first time, or a client gets their whole process and strategy all set up. Like, those things are so rewarding for me, because it dives into the whole why of it all. Why, right? And so then when I looked at, the people that I was attracting, I discovered that my zone of genius is not in two things. These two things I'm about to tell you guys are absolutely not my zone of genius. The first thing is I'm not a mindset coach. I am not a mindset coach. I actually was coached by a woman years ago who did life coaching, business coaching, sales coaching, all these different things. She was literally training me and all of her clients in circles, right? I discovered I'm not a mindset coach. Number one, the reason why I'm not a mindset coach is I'm sort of like an inner path. Like, I have one of my super big brother in business, Miyoko, mentioned that. Like, you take it, like Leticia, take things in. Like, if people give you their problems or their concerns or all these things, you take it in. You allow it to get in you, and you allow it to just succumb you. And really, you're hurting them more than you're actually helping them, which I did realize that. But again, I had that title. I want to help everyone, right? So I'm not a mindset coach. I'm not, if you're the type of individual that's easily swayed to give up, you can't work with me. We can't work together. You can't, because I'm such a passion-driven person. I'm such a, when I identified what type of coach I am, I'm more of a behavioral coach. I'm more of like, honey, and I always say this all the time. Some people argue with me all the time about this. Some NLP coaches argue with me about this, but it's okay. This is what I believe. This is what helped me get through my life and any struggle in my life. Is that if you change your behaviors, you change your world. So every single obstacle I've ever had in my life, right? I focused on changing my behaviors, and then I got out of that negative situation or that negative circumstance, or just out of that negative thought process, where in reality, commonly people say, when you change your mind, you change your world. No, because your mind can take forever to change, honey. How many of y'all got people in your lives that still think the same way they've been thinking for 20 years now? How many of you guys still think the same way you're thinking for the past 30 years, right? Me personally, the way I get out of a hole is I change my behaviors. Whereas if I was trying to jump out of a hole and wasn't working, I climbed out of the hole. I figure out what needs to work. I keep doing that was working. And Therese, she's on here. She'll tell you, we had a meeting the other day. We're always testing things out. So if I've noticed that something particularly is not creating revenue in my business, I always say, what else can I do? What else can I do? So I take classes, I read books, I order more books, I listen to a bunch of podcasts, and then I try things out, and I say, ooh, that's working. Instead of saying, oh, that's it, I give up, let me do something else. Right? So I'm not a mindset coach, okay? The second thing I'm not a startup coach. I'm not a startup coach. If you're a brand new business, if you're like, you're seeing like what's been happening now because of the pandemic and because of what's going on in the election, we're getting so many clients. Like yesterday, I had an individual that reached out to me and said, "Oh, Leticia, I've been following you for a long time," which I've noticed she's been following me for a long time because I would see her on my lives. She would engage with my stuff. But whenever I would offer her something, oh, I'm not ready, next month, next year, whatever. So now she reached out to me. She was like, "Oh, can we have a conversation? Are you available sometime next week?" And I'm just like, oh gosh, why do we make a change when there's a panic going on? Right? And I don't want to work with people like that, because I'm going to be honest. When you're working in a state of panic, it doesn't make your situation better. And you're not in it throughout the grind. You're not in it throughout the long haul. Right? You're not in it. Actually, there's a book I want to refer to you guys. Let me actually put it in the comments here. I want y'all to grab this book. I'm not an affiliate of this book at all, but I think it's great. Hold on one second. Ooh. I want to put this in the chat for you guys. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, be sure to share this out. So in this book, and I'm going to put it in the chat real quick. If you're on Facebook, you'll see it. You have to come over to my personal page, my business page, whatever. I know if you have a business, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, actually, let me go grab it. I see it right over here. Hold on. All right. It's actually this book here. This is a really good book. One of my clients, Dr. Ray, actually suggests this book. It's called Think and Grow Rich, 3 Feet from Gold. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all read Think and Grow Rich, the first edition, but this one is so good. And one of the things that is spoken about in this book is that you should never work and run your business or run your life, or no, you should never make decisions when you're in panic. You should never make decisions when you're in panic. Hold on one second, guys. Someone asked, I need to send a link to somebody real quick. When you're in panic. Because again, you're making it for the wrong reasons. Even though that decision is a wise decision that you should make and should have made a long time ago, like for example with the young lady that reached out to me, I felt like saying, girl, you should have made this decision last year. Okay. You should have made this decision last year, but you decided not to, because again, we get comfortable. And when things get when you get comfortable and things come from under your foot and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. I don't know how I'm going to manage. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, you're not really in control of your life, right? So I'm not a startup coach. I'm not. If you don't know your purpose, if you don't know what God has called you onto this earth for, if you're not confident in what your purpose is, if you're like, well, I want to be a life coach, or I want to help people, other business, but I don't have all my stuff together, you know, because let's go back into the why part. When I told you guys, I asked myself, what is my why? My biggest why is results, right? So I have this acronym called ROI, and normally that acronym means results, opportunity. What? All right, I'll be right. I'm almost done. Results, opportunity, and impact, right? Oh no, normally ROI means return on your investment, right? When somebody says, hey, did you get an ROI back on that? It actually means return on your investment. But I changed mine. Mine is results, opportunity, impact. That's what my business foundation is all about, is creating results for clients, give them opportunities, and creating an impact. So a lot of times the way we're marketing doesn't fall in line with our mission. My mission is results, opportunity, impact. So if I'm working with a startup business, all right, or what I call what they call hobbyists, right? The R part, which is the first phase, the first pillar of my mission, of my brand, won't happen. It'll actually be at 0%. And it was like that for some time, where I was like, I want to help everybody. So if you're brand new, work with me. I'm going to teach you how to discover your purpose. I'm going to teach you how to break out of your limiting beliefs and all that. It wasn't falling in line with my art. And another thing that happened, it wasn't falling in line with the type of woman I am. I'm a behavioral person. Everything I do is always based off of behaviors and actions. If you're a mind-driven person, where you wait for your mind to catch up with your vision, we can't work well together, because I'm going to be pushing you and you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to come off the cliff. I don't want to come off the cliff, right? You're being hesitant, and then that frustrates me. How many of you guys are working with customers and clients that are not in line with your why? But how many of you guys also feel like you're all over the place because you don't really know what your why is? You want to help everybody. Somebody type in the chat, I can't help everyone, nor should I want to. I can't help everyone, nor should I want to. So once you identify what your why is, now it's who? Who do I want to help? Who do I don't want to say who do I want to help. Who do I desire to help? What type of customer or client gets you so excited? So when I started to figure out what my why was and identify who my who was, I started to find other women like my client, Dr. Carlene, like my client, Dr. Ray, like my client, Jackie Buckmeyer, Nedra Buckmeyer, Therese, right? And several other of you guys who are out there on social media. I get my clients now that says, Coach, I can't come to class tonight. I got to watch a replay because I have to do a live, or I have to teach a class. I'm like, girl, go get your bag. Get your bag, instead of getting things like getting messages like most coaches are getting. Oh, I'm tired. I just came home from work. I'm busy with the kids. I'm stressed out and da-da-da. They're coming into your class. They're seeing how much money they're giving you every month, and they're getting resentful because they're not seeing it kick back into their business. And once you tap into the why and the who, and you get laser clear on that, right? Don't make that, and this is what falls down into the list building part. Let's jump into the list builder conversation. When you figure out your what, when you figure out your who and your why, you get good people on your list. You get people on your list that need, want, and have to have what you're offering. Have to have what you're offering. If you don't really know your why or your who, you're going to make the same mistake I did in the beginning, where I was paying for my email autoresponder every single month, but I was having the wrong individuals on my list, and I was not converting in the beginning. Now, y'all saw my post I did 3 years ago when I said, oh my God, Constant Contact just sent me an email saying that we have to raise the price on your account because you're getting so many more emails. During that time, I discovered who I wanted to help. I narrowed it down. I said, I got to get clear. I can't help everybody. I'm doing too much, right? I got to get clear on who I want to help. It's so important, guys, because you're going to end up building an email list, building a text list, building a Facebook group, building a friends list with people who are not really interested in what you have to offer. So once again, guys, let's go back here. You have to narrow down your whole why. What is your mission in your business? Right? What is your overall mission? What is your purpose? What is your, like Tree said, what is your zone of genius? I know people out there will tell you, oh, don't say that you're a guru or you're a know-it-all, but you are a guru and you are a know-it-all. You know what you know your shit. And if you know your shit, no matter what nobody else says, they can't get you off your rocker. People like that, they say, oh, don't say that you're a guru, don't say that you're a know-all, don't know all their shit. And they're insecure and they don't have courage. Instead of them saying, well, oh my God, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I don't know, they want to then put on their misconceptions onto you and say, don't call yourself a guru, don't call yourself a genius, when you are. Just because they don't know their shit is not your problem, it's theirs. And that's what's keeping many of you guys from taking action. That was keeping many of you guys from launching. That is also what is keeping many of you guys from pricing correctly. And somebody type in the comments right now, I need to charge more. I need to, especially now, you need to charge more. And the reason why someone made a comment like, oh, I want to help them. I feel bad for this particular audience. If you're not making money, you're actually hurting them, not helping them. You have to charge more. You have to charge more. And people know that. They know that, oh, she's a pity coach. I can pity her into coaching me. I can tell her, well, this is all I have to pay, knowing that, well, she's charging me $15,000 for her services. This is all I can pay. So you're actually giving more, right? And getting less. And now your result side go down. Got to know your shit. Not even you got to know your shit. Yes, Crystal, you know your shit. You know what you know. And let me tell you something also, Crystal, and this goes for everybody. If right now, as you're watching me, right, and I feel somebody's watching me and saying, oh, I know my stuff, but I'm not confident. You need to change your circle. You change your circle. Y'all know my story. Once I got around people who are making 7 and 8 figures in their business, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. Once I start to get around men and women, female and male entrepreneurs who are making 7, not 6, 7 and 8 figures in their businesses, changed my whole mind. I started to look at myself, I was more confident in my shit. I was more determined. I got out there even more. I could be like sick, or y'all saw I just had a baby 3 weeks ago and bounce right back. Why I bounce right back, y'all? Because my passion level. When y'all be like, oh, you bounce right back, I'm like, oh, well, I'm just working in my purpose. What are y'all talking about? Maybe something wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Because I'm like, why would y'all let being a mom stop you from getting out there and helping the people that you need to help? Why would you let being a dad stop you from connecting and building an empire? Why would you let you being a sister, a daughter, a wife? Hello? Why would you let yourself you being a wife stop you from showing up? Okay, if dinner's not ready, it's 6:30? Dinner ain't ready, honey, Uber Eats. Thank you, Lord, for giving that man the idea to develop Uber. Honey, you did that for me, God. Thank you, because we got Uber Eats now. I can order Uber Eats for dinner. It will come in 30 minutes. They're going to have napkins, plates, forks, and the knives. Change your circle. Change your circle. If you're seeing a lot happening over here up the street, honey, you need to go where the party's at. Not where the gloom and gloom is at. You need to go where the party's at. Out here, the after parties are bigger than the actual party. You need to be around other women who are working at a level that's outside your comfort zone. That's going to push you to step into a big ocean instead of a little lake. That's going to say, girl, you know what? I know you're doing this, but girl, you to get out there and you do this. Because a lot of y'all are 3 feet from gold. 3 feet from gold. So in this book also, and listen, guys, I'm not a partnership with this book or anything, but in this book, it talked about how this life is about 2 things. It's about the people you're around, and it's also about the books you're reading. It's about the people you're around, and it's about the books that you're reading. If you're not at the level that you're at in your business, you're not around the right people, and you're not reading the right books. It is what it is. You could be 1 book a month. You could be a book a week. You could say, listen, I have 10 people who are in my circle that are not doing anything with their businesses. There's nothing they're doing. All they're doing is complaining. Every time you reach out to them, it's a sad story. Every time there's always something that comes up, and you just say, who do I need to get around and say, hi, my name is Crystal. And I'm this and I'm that. And this is where I want to be in my business. Oh my God, I would love to join your community and just sit there and just be in the bleachers and just watch. And I was doing that for a long time. And, you know, when I first got into this new program that I'm in, I was sitting on the sideline, the bleachers for a little bit, because, you know, being around 7 and 8 figures, you're thinking, oh my God, it's going to take me eons to get there. When you realize that what they're doing, all they're doing is 10xing, right? What, you know, they're 10xing everything, and you're like, listen, if I could just take all these things and just 10x it, do more, you know, work smarter, streamline everything, narrow everything down, figure out my why and figure out my who, because a lot of people who are making 7 and 8 figures, they're clear. It's without a question, they're clear on why they're doing what they're doing, and they're clear on who they're doing it for. Laser clear. They don't go into any other lane. They don't be trying this out. They're not hobbyists. They are clear. They make mistakes too. But they get back up. They're unstoppable, right? They're dominant. I did, Crystal said, I did this 2 years, and my circle is now with some powerful women making money moves all day long. Yes, Crystal. I hope I'm one of them, Crystal. Am I one of those women that are making power moves? I hope I am. So listen, y'all, I'm going to hop off. I hear the baby crying out there because she is hungry, honey, and it's time for me to feed her. But more than anything, why I want to have this conversation, this is so generic. I don't have no notes down here or anything like that. I felt inspired to come on and talk about that, because we as women, we have to just be brave. And you know, I'm at to a point where if you're not going to dominate, jump off the internet. The internet is not a place where you're going to seek motivation. Just like the Bible says, you have to define and discover motivation within yourself. Hop off the internet and let us real money move type of women get out there and dominate. Because at some point, there's not going to be no room for you. There's not in this space. You're going to get overlooked. Right? People are going to go to you and pay for your stuff because you're charging what, 80%, 85% less than I'm charging. Right? Like I had this one client where she wanted to get my private services. I said, okay, they're $15K, it's $15,000 to work with me privately. I don't work with clients privately for 3 months. I don't. I work for private on a private level. I work with clients from 6 months to a year. Because I feel, and this is what my experience is not my opinion. Everything I do, I go off of data. It's like I said, my result side is that realistically, don't you think that you're going to get a result in your business on a private level, only working with a top level coach for 3 months? It won't happen. 3 months is great to formulate a habit. Like those of y'all looking to get in some new business habits and create habits in your business, habits in your life, 3 months is perfect because it takes 90 days. Right, statistically, to formulate a habit. To actually get a real result and take those habits and actually formulate them to systems and formulate them into clear routines and test things out and then test other things out, 6 to 12 months is absolutely ideal. But if you want to chase money, then build a 3-month course, or do all in one, you know, a 3-month service, all in one complete package, and launch that. Go ahead and we'll see what happens, right? But hey, Tessie, what's up? Thank you, Crystal. Crystal said, I am in that circle. I'm happy you said that. So it's so important that we identify that. And I had to come to that realization earlier this year. And Teresa's on here, she'll tell you. I said, girl, we can't. That's a whole nother conversation. So that's the big thing, guys. So again, I have to hop off this live. Listen, if you haven't registered, I'm having a free masterclass this week. And how to register for that is absolutely It's called my List Builder Masterclass. Oh my God, guys, that we've been doing this masterclass for the past 3 weeks, and it has been phenomenal. People have been getting a ton of results. People have been getting a lot of enlightenment, and I'm seeing y'all. Those who taking this class, I'm watching y'all. See y'all out there dominating, trying these tips I've been teaching you guys in this masterclass. So if you haven't registered, right, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to register. I need you to get 5 other people to register as well, because it's going to be very impactful. I need you to text the words "build my list" to bit.ly/text to camp, or you can text me directly at 516-861-0169. Again, build my list. Those are the words. Don't put the words in the chat. Somebody keep putting the words in the chat. I'm like, no. You text me these words, "build my list" to bit.ly/text to camp, or text me at 516-869-0169. Crystal said, "I love your joy spirit you have." Thank you, because guess what? I work in my zone of genius. Crystal, you're working in your zone of genius. Don't feel ashamed or intimidated to call yourself a genius. You're a genius. We're all a genius. I know you're registered, Crystal. I saw your name come in. And make sure you guys register. Make sure you guys register. It's so important that you do. But here's the thing. Like I said, when you and going back to the genius part, because it's so important, it's really you can know your zone of genius in literally 30 seconds. Literally 30 seconds, and I mean that. You can know your level of genius in 30 seconds, literally. Okay, when you figure out why you're doing what you're doing. Why? What's your mission? Right? What's your purpose? Right? What gets you so excited? And then you have to tap into the who. Who do you want to help? Who do you feel excited about helping? Now, those of you who are entrepreneurs and you've been online for a while, this is where the shift comes in, because I'm always a believer that you're not really rebranding, you're evolving. Right now, everyone, if you've been on work building your business online for 3 or more years, now is the time to evolve. When I hit my 3rd year in business, right, which was around last year, October, right, was August, but I started to merge into that involvement, and I literally ended a whole partnership that I was in for 2 years of my business. Right, I sent a message. I said, "Listen, I can't do this anymore." Washed my hands, right, walked away. And it was the best decision I ever made, because my business, my purpose had to evolve. I had to say, I got to tap back into my why. I got to get back into it, right? Because if you have resentment in your business, it's because you don't know your why. And that's when, like I told you guys, I started, hey, Teresita, I started to fall back in love with what I was doing. I tapped into my why. I started to love what I did. I started to love it. Yes, there's some days where it gets difficult, where it's like, oh my God, ooh, you get tired. It's a good tired though, right? Can you honestly say that, Crystal? Can you say when there's times that you get tired about your business, it's a good tired, right? It's not like a tired from a 9 to 5. It's a different level of tired, right? So it's amazing. Then you tap into your who. And now you're in your level of genius. So again, guys, I always tell people, and I'm totally honest right now, I'm not a mindset coach. I'm not a mindset coach. I'm not going to teach you the 10-step path to get more clarity in your life. Go to NLP people for that. Go to a life coach for that, because I'm telling you right now, I am a pusher. I'm a type of person that would disregard your emotional relapse, where you want to give up and you quit, and say, listen, girl, so tomorrow this is what you're going to do. Then on Monday, you're going to do this. And then on Tuesday, you're going to do that. And then on Wednesday, you're going to do that. So you don't even have the time to think about the fact that, you don't look as good as your competition. You only see yourself. I always say, I only see Leticia Campbell. I don't see nobody else who's doing what I'm doing. I say all the time, I do better than all the people that are in my lane. And it's not being arrogant. It's me knowing my zone of genius. And when I say that I am the #1 sales and remote business strategist, that is true, because here's the thing, guys, you are #1 to somebody. You are #1 to somebody. There's a lot of women out there in the world that do what I do, but I am #1 to my group of women, to the people who choose me. For the women who find me online and say, oh my God, I know I'm following this girl or this guy over here, but it's something about Leticia. And I've even been told that when I've been in interviews. I remember I was in this one interview for the last job that I was at for what, 7-8 years before I left. And on my interview, the lady who interviewed me said, girl, we have a lot of people outside, but there's something about you. I've always gotten that response. So when you are walking in or when you're showing up and you're like, listen, I know my zone of genius. I know my shit. Yes, there's other chicks out there, but honey, I am number one. Now you're aligning yourself with your mission. Now, but if you're not confident, you want to help everyone, you feel bad for everyone, you're going to find people who want to pay you at this price, or you're going to build a business that's not designed for the people who is coming to you, whether they can't afford it or they're just not ready. But yes, I'm number one in my field. I'm number one in my lane. That's when people be asking me, oh, you know this person? I don't know them. Because if I don't see you, I don't know you. It's no shade. No shade. But why do I need to know you? You in my lane? Okay, that's cute. But I only see Leticia Campbell. No shade. No shade. It's facts. I don't know you. Because what's happened, we're getting to know all these people in our lane. You play that comparison drill. You play that game with yourself, like, oh my God, I don't have everything that they have. And then you don't do anything with it. So I'm like, girl, I don't know that girl. I don't know that guy. I only see me. Me. Just saying. No shade. All tea. Okay? That's it. So only see what you're doing. Wake up every day. Even if you didn't do it all day, do it right now. Focus on building your own personal path, and just be ghost to certain people in your life, whether it's your personal life or your business life, until you see things working in your business. And like I said, if you're not confident in your business right now, if you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't know who I want to help, I don't know what I want to build. Some women, and this just happened to me for the past week now, some women, this is a little bit of a brick. If you get mad at me, that's fine. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl, honey. And we can go toe to toe, blow for blow. But some women I've seen who's been building their businesses online for as long as I have, and they're not even 10% where I'm at today. There's some women who have started at the same place that I started the same year, same month, same day, and they still haven't reached. They're still trying to figure out what they want to help and what they want to build and what program, service, or product or business plan they want to design. Girl, what you been doing all this time? You've been playing around, looking at everybody else, trying to go in everybody else's lane. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds great. Let me go over here. And you're missing out on what your plan is. Spend the next week focusing on the plan. Get around people, women, men, whoever, that are making way more than what you're making right now. Really making it. And working at the level where you want to work at. Who's passionate. There's some people that are around me that are not in my industry at all. They're not. There's some women around me that are nowhere near my industry. But it's their behavior, their passion, their drive that just captures me. I sit there and I watch and I'm like, oh God, I need to get on point. I need to get out there and do more. And it's not comparing. It's like, I love action-driven women. It just excites me. I'm the type of a person that I write something down. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Instead of trying to figure out how it's going to work. I'm not an over planner. I'm a doer. And if I fall flat on my face, I learn from it and I get back up on it. I'm always evolving. If I'm launching something, y'all see the page look this way, guaranteed by next month, you'll be like, oh my God, what is this? Ooh, this looks totally different from last month. Because I keep evolving. I don't wait till I have everything together to say, okay, now let me go out there and see, and so because it's perfect. And you're going to build something that nobody wants. Because you want perfection instead of profits. All right, y'all. I'm hopping off, everybody. Tori Marie is hungry. If those of y'all who want to give a new arrival gift for Tori Marie, because she's 3 weeks old now, cash at me at $Boss Lady Movement. Cash at me at $Boss Lady Movement. Thank you, everybody, for your cash apps. Thank you, Teresita. She's on here. Thank you for the cash apps. I love you guys. Yeah, she's so cute, y'all. She could so cute. All right, let me oh hey, okay, Crystal has something to say. Risha, this is so true. When I started, I was all over the place, helping open daycares, event planning, starting nonprofit organizations. Yeah, and you know what, Crystal? Everyone's like that in the beginning, where they're all over the place. But at some point, you got to get everything in line. You got to start getting everything in line, or you got to just try stuff out and just keep making it better. Just making it better, 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 and better and better, right? That's it. That's it. No one's saying, listen, let me be clear, because I know there's a lot of women on here that are master entrepreneurs. What I call master entrepreneur is someone who has multiple businesses that they want to create. Because I have multiple businesses that I'm developing right now. I have my coaching business, which you guys saw that I've been doing now for almost 10 years. You guys see I have my service-based business, which you guys see I have. But I'm also making an eyeshadow line, right? I'm also building a community of moms who are having problems with milk, their breast milk supply, because y'all know that I'm a huge advocate of breastfeeding. I'm a huge advocate of breastfeeding. That liquid gold is everything, right? So I'm helping other women who have issues with their milk supply, storing their milk, lactation, milk, breast milk development, all of that. Because y'all know I have 5 children. I breastfed all of them, so I am a genius in breastfeeding. Okay, I am a genius. My experience alone shows that. Okay, who has breastfed 5 children? You got women around you like, oh my God, breastfeeding? Woo! I can't do that. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. I feel like I'm attached to the baby. You're not attached to the baby, sis. You're not. There's ways you can do it where you can still go out on the dates, right? You can still go on a weekend vacation. Y'all saw when I had 3 years ago, when I had baby V, right? I had her in October 3 years ago, and then 2 months later, I spoke in Bali, Indonesia, right? And she was good. She was good, right? She actually gained more weight because they were feeding her too much of my milk supply. But that's okay. Baby's got to eat. She probably was hungry because she was missing me. So it's multiple. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that the why part, where your why is all over the place. You don't really know who you want to help, so that's all over the place. So you're not making the money you want to make. That's what I'm talking about. My love was coach with nonprofit organizations, and I love it. Yeah, that is huge, girl. But I'm a believer of, you got to make a for-profit before you make a nonprofit. Okay. Got to make a for-profit before you make a nonprofit. I used to work alongside a nonprofit company. You got to have that for-profit first, take a business where you're actually creating profit from, and then that will fund your nonprofit. That just makes it all easier. That's all I'm saying. Not to say that people can't just come out fresh with a nonprofit, but to make the process easier, especially now that people are not really looking to so much to donate or on a consistent level with you, unless there's something for them. Come on, no shade. But I used to deal with a nonprofit. The only time you get grants and all these things and partnerships and consistent recurring donations is they're like, okay, well, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? And now it's so hard because if you feel like you're doing so much for them and they're only giving you a small amount, not even enough to get you over that curve. All right, so that's all I have to say, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will be back on tomorrow. Next Monday, I'm going to have an amazing panel. Sasha Figueroa is going to be on there. She's the #1 OBM. I'm going to also have Shanta on there as well. She does health and wellness. She's phenomenal. We're going to continue the conversation about being an anxiety-preneur. If you'll watch my show, what was it, yesterday or day before? What's today? Thursday? Tuesday, I was on my show with Dr. Ray, one of my clients, Dr. Ray. We talked about that. We opened up the second phase of that conversation. Next week, we'll continue on with the third phase. Y'all don't want to miss it, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all know with my shows, I don't have times. I'm actually a real entrepreneur, a mother, a wife, so there's a lot of things that's going on in this household. But I always make sure I hop on consistently. So make sure y'all follow me. You'll have the notifications on, and that way y'all know when I'm going on live. So thank y'all for tuning in. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time. Bye, guys.
My name is Darlene Anthony, and I am the CEO and founder of Purpose for Freedom LLC. Before being in Leticia Campbell's coaching program, I was at a very low point in my business. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. What I was doing was not working whatsoever. But now I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, who I'm supposed to be helping, and why. I look forward to building a legacy for my children, my children's children, my descendants. I want to give them the gift of financial freedom, financial independence, as well as generational wealth. I will always recommend Leticia Campbell's coaching program. Why? Because she walks with you, she pushes you to be your best, and she does not allow you to wallow in self-pity or make any excuses. You got to get to work and use your gifts. Deciding not to join immediately, you'll be missing out on connections with these ladies. We have a tribe that knows my vibe. We are a crew that know what you have been through, and we are a team that shares your dreams. So go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com now and get inside today.
Hi, my name is Michaela Sab, and I'm the founder of Super Sexy Reshape, partner with Herbalife International Incorporated. Before Leticia Campbell's coaching program, I thought I did good with my clients over the phone, but now I think I'm amazing with more tech-savvy techniques that I can use on different platforms, Facebook Lives, and also on my own personal conference with clients on Zoom. I always recommend Leticia Campbell's coaching program because she helps you to innovate yourself and your business and your brand. And I look forward in my 2020 doing my own personal retreat. Deciding not to do this coaching program, you're gonna miss out a whole lot, especially learning how to reach people on different platforms. If I were you, I would give a gift to myself and invest in her coaching program, and I think you're gonna love it.
Hi, my name is Mariel Morales, and I am the life artist. Working with Leticia Campbell has been amazing. It has changed my life. I went from working a job that I totally hated. I hated myself, I hated my life, to now living the life of my dreams. I'm every day a step closer to becoming the beautiful and confident woman that I deserve to be. I am so excited to have my new business that I have been able to create under the coaching of Leticia Campbell. Thank you.
Hi everyone, hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Well, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Angie. I am the creator of Divine BFF Fitness, a health and wellness movement for busy ladies on the go that do not have time to work out and work around the clock. Miss Leticia! My programs snap you back into shape and back into that little black dress. We follow a simple fitness and nutrition plan that keeps you motivated and in motion, because I believe that every woman has the obligation to themselves to have a healthy lifestyle. So under 1 minute gratitude. So let me just show you really quickly, you guys. You see this lady right here, Miss Leticia Campbell. I am so grateful that she came into my life. And hello. So I'm glad you're here. Yay. I am so grateful that she came into my life because she has given me that strength and is giving me that strength. Oh my God, I'm crying. That I need. So, I am so glad you're here. You cannot imagine what you have done in my life. And I know we're so far away. But listening to you today has really done a huge impact. And I'm sorry, you guys, I don't mean to cry, but you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna leave it here because right now, I'm in a minute. I'm in my transformation, right? I'm in, like Mariel says, I'm in the cocoon. And I am so glad and so grateful I met you, Leticia, because you are my rock. So, I am grateful. So, ladies, anybody who's watching the replay, she's Leticia Campbell, my coach. She is awesome. You guys need to follow her. And, look at what she makes me do. I never thought that I would be on here crying, but you guys have no idea what this lady has done. And for that, I am very grateful. So, for that 1 minute gratitude, I am so thankful. Excuse me, guys, that you came on. And I am so thankful that you came into my life, because you're my rock. You're my rock that's going to keep me going. Without you, I wouldn't know where I would be at this particular moment in my time. All right, I need to stop crying. So, Miss Leticia, thank you so much. And you guys, let me know, who are you grateful for? You know, there's always going to be that one person that's going to change your life. Always that one person that's going to be there rooting for you. So, let me know. All right, Leticia, thank you so much. Love you. And you guys, see you on my next scope tomorrow. Bye.